Hi, mathletes. You want to make sure that you complete our entire exam review because you can use this on your final exam next week. And it's broken down by module. There are 5 modules that we did second semester, starting with module 5 of solving systems of linear equations that went by graphing, substitution, and elimination, as well as word problems. Then we went on to module 6, which is polynomials. We named them by degree and by number of terms. We multiplied polynomials. We did greatest common factor. We added and subtracted polynomials. Then we went on to factoring, the first of 3 units that had factoring in it. And we did, this one is finding the perimeter, adding all the sides. This one is finding the area, which is length times width. And that moved us into module 7, which is solving by quadratics, which we can do by factoring, or the quadratic formula, or the square root method. We have a couple of simplification problems here. And then that moves us into graphing quadratics. And so we have a couple of examples of graphing quadratics, and then also writing equations given the graph. And we have a projectile problem before moving into our last mini module that was about properties of exponents in scientific notation. Finally, the end of your packet, your review, is multiple choice strategies. Your final exam will be multiple choice. And so you want to make sure that you use all of the tools that you have. For example, if you forget how to factor something, you can use guess and check with your choices here. And if I see that this is an answer, remember, I can multiply this together to get the standard form and see which one matches the original. Same thing here, factor and solve the expression. These are my answers. I can plug each of these in for x and see which ones are true. This is longer, but if you get stuck on a test, it's a good strategy to try. Same with solving systems of equations. If you have an xy, you can plug that in and see which one works for both equations. And finally, eliminate choices. So if I'm looking at this quadratic right here and I see that it opens down, I can immediately cross off the ones that are opening up. And then the other thing we know in standard form is the y-intercept from right here. So this should be crossing at -1. So this one down here looks like it's crossing at -1. The other one that's opening down looks like it's at +1. So A would be my answer for that. Look back through your notes. This sheet here would be a good one to have with our terms being labeled. Also, the when to do what sheet is a good one to have because it goes through all of the different options for solving. And then our summary sheet for graphing. And the flip side of that, the back side has quadratic keywords. And the last thing we got was our properties, where we went through the investigation on one side and you have properties on the other side. You may use these summary sheets along with your review on the final exam.